What's up guys, Alan Charles here, aka the Trini Surfer, and today I'm taking you on a little hike up into one of the nicest spots in Trinidad, Three Pools. I'm here with my boy Jono. He's going to be tagging along with us on this excursion. If you look down at the water right now too, you can see fish. Everything is super clear because we're in the dry season right now. So take a look at this. Looking real good for real, boy. I'm going to pack our stuff and head in right now. Let's go. Jono experimenting with the local wildlife here. You definitely do not want to step on this thing. I have no idea what it is.
Let's put him back in the bush.
Return him to his home. And of course here, there's always a heavy emphasis on keeping things clean, not littering. But many people come and they disrespect these areas very often. They leave plastic bottles, their old shoes, shirts, a lot of trash. And I, for the life of me, can't understand why people will want to come all this way into such a beautiful place and then leave their garbage behind. So hopefully anybody watching this knows that when you go to visit anywhere in Trinidad for that matter, please pack up your garbage, take it home with you, and let's keep it nice for everybody else who wants to come and explore these beautiful areas. There's just a lot of bamboo around, so much green, and this is pretty much the walk until you actually get to the river itself. But it's a really enjoyable walk, and there's so much to see. A lot of wildlife, you constantly hear birds, you see numerous butterflies. Just all around a really nice, in-touch relationship with nature when you're out there, and you can feel very much relaxed and de-stressed from your work week or whatever it is may be going on in your life at this point in time. You really should try to get out at least once a week outside of your house and experience something like this, because it really is truly beautiful when you look at it. If you ever come into Three Pools and you have an itch on your ass or on your back, they have a lot of things put in place by nature to help you scratch that out. You could just press your body up against this tree here. I'll give you all the relief that you need. Perfect. To get rid of that temporary itch that you might be feeling anywhere on your body. Just be a little bit careful. Can be a little harsh on the skin, but works out beautifully if you take your time. We're now entering the most dangerous part of the trip at Three Pools when we cross the rapids. I'm going to send Jono first, and I know that if he dies that I can't make it. So I'm going to allow him to go and make sure my safety is assured, because without me there's no videos, there's nothing to look forward to every week. So we're going to let him be the test pig.
Almost there.
I think we're good. Jono's given the all clear. We're safe to go. We made it across the rapids. Hopefully we can make it back later. So the Three Pools hike starts at the beginning of the Marianne River, and that river is a fairly large river that runs way up into the mountainside. However, this hike itself is rated as a level 2 out of 5, meaning that it's pretty easy, pretty accessible to most people, doesn't require any kind of high level of fitness, and it's a quite high payoff for a very little amount of effort. I highly recommend visiting this area if you ever get the chance, or if you've never been. Absolutely worth your time. One of the most beautiful spots in Trinidad, and you can take your kids if you have families. It's really straightforward to get to. Please stop littering when we come up to these places. Look at behind me. Is that beautiful? Now look in front of me. Do you find this very beautiful? Why? Why do we need to bring all this shit up here and leave it here? Completely unnecessary. So I want to show you all the beauty, but I have to show you the ugly as well too, right? So we've reached the only really mildly challenging part of Three Pools, where you have two options. There's the dry option, which Jono and I are going to take because we have equipment in our bags and that kind of stuff. So he's looking at it right now, where you could go up and over this hill and you follow a little bit of a path. There's an actual cord that you could help to hold yourself along the mountainside. It requires a little bit of strength and effort, but it's a lot easier than it seems. Or if you have nothing that can get wet, you could dive into this gorgeous pool and swim your way up, climb up that little waterfall and swim your way all the way up to the pool. That's up to you. That's the nicer option, but if you have a lot of clothes or dry items, then maybe better that you just hike over like we're going to show you now. So we're going to start the climb now, showing you how to come over the dry part. I'm going to do this with the GoPro in my hand, so if I'm falling around like a fool, don't laugh at me. It's all good. Here's the cord. We'll be following that. Come up onto here. Right, so this part here, you're just walking along. You don't want to fall, but look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to come along here now. Step down. And then, this is the part. You need to kind of repel yourself around this corner here and get around to up where Jono is there. And that's what we're aiming for. And just like that, here we are. So at this point you can still continue over the dry path, or you can lower yourself down onto these rocks here. And then most of this area is fairly shallow, so you can kind of still make your way up to the pool from there. And there's another trail where you could still continue with a dry path or the wet path. It's really up to you at this point. Just a little note, if you do come down this little ridge here and walk yourself down to where I am right now, these rocks can be very, very slippery, and they're very hard because they're rocks, so you don't want to fall and hit them with your head or any part of your body. It'll make the trip a very bad experience. So please, when you're coming here, be very, very careful when you come down into the ocean. Sorry, not the ocean, the river, this part, because it can be very, very slippery. And of course, you can't come up here and not get a little bit wet. Just make sure your phones or anything dry is above the water level when you're wading through it, and you should be completely fine. Once you've passed this part that we just came across, so we've just come from over there, and now the last little walking path is where Jono is heading up over there. Again, you can swim this part here, which is lovely, but it's very deep. So one, you want to be a good swimmer, and two, if you have anything that can get wet, do not go swimming up the river because you will be underwater up to at least to your neck. But this is pretty much the payoff now. The hike has taken Jono and I approximately 20 minutes to complete. Very easy, and as I said, a beautiful day. It's ideal to come here when there's been no rain recently, as the rainwater tends to send down a lot of sediment, making the rivers kind of murky and less attractive. But on a dry day, you can get these perfect green waters, the cleanest water ever, albeit super cold. But once you get in, it's the most refreshing thing ever. As you can see, Jono is already stripping off his clothes, getting ready to be completely naked and get into the water to refresh his body and his mind. I'm going to hand you over to my friend Jono now, who's already enjoying the beautiful, pristine, cold water while I prepare to jump in. So hear me properly right now, but there's also a fun little activity you can do. When you come here, there's a waterfall, a mini waterfall separating the two pools from up here. John was standing there. And then down here, you can actually wedge yourself in between these two waterfalls and try and hang on, but not get sucked over like me. You made it! Oh my god! Well guys, I hope you enjoyed our experience here at Three Pools. Please come and visit it if you've never been here before. If you have been, come back and enjoy it again. I beg, please keep it clean and beautiful as it deserves to be kept. And thank you very much for tagging along with me. Please like and subscribe to this video if you've enjoyed it. I try to come with a video every Sunday, always pertaining to Trinidad and local cultures or outdoor adventure videos. So please like and subscribe if you can, and I'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Goodbye.